Okay, so welcome to this little demo of my ROLI Seaboard emulator project. This uses a regular MIDI keyboard, as you can see, as well as an overhead mounted camera and hand tracking to simulate the functionality of a ROLI Seaboard, which is effectively a regular MIDI controller with an extra parameter or an extra dimension of expression, in that the position of a finger on a key can be used to control some element of the sound. So in this case, I've programmed it such that the finger position controls an amplitude modulation filter or a tremolo effect on the sound. So I'll just go over briefly how I did this. There is Python and Max MSP programming involved, so I'll just give a very high-level overview of what's going on. So here's the Python script. It's very short, and effectively what's going on in here is I am using OpenCV to detect the hand and to detect the position of the fingertips, and then send that data over to Max MSP. So specifically, I'm using OpenCV to detect the hand, and then I'm using Open Sound Control to send the XY position of each fingertip over to Max MSP. So really it's just the body of this infinite while loop, which is doing all the hard work. So the while loop is reading, or I should say in the while loop, we are reading from the screen recorder or the webcam. And at each frame, we use OpenCV to find a hand, and if a hand is detected, then we are going to iterate through all these 21 nodes that you see we have access to. And I only care about the ones that I've colored pink. So these 5 are then gathered up, built into an OSC message, and then sent over to via OSC to this Max program. So in Max, you can see that we are receiving the OSC message. We sort of parse it out into all the different finger information, and then go through a synthesizer as well as the amplitude modulation filter. And then we have some control on the user end here. So this position adjustments, these 2 sliders, they are really referring to the position in the frame at which we want the effect to begin and end. So if I move this around, it would be useful if the keyboard were, for example, shifted within the frame, then we have control over that. This cutoff is just a low-pass filter control. And then we also have control over which finger is the one controlling the sound effect. So right now it's set to index, but I can set it, for example, to thumb, and then you can see that it's my thumb that would control the sound. So the index finger doesn't change anything. And so we can use all of these controls to sort of fine-tune the effect.